good morning and welcome to Science TV. Welcome to Science Breakfast. This is Alan Abbott and sign language interpreter this morning is Mini Mbeza. Today is the 17th day of February. The year is 2026 and we are here to keep you up to speed with what is happening in the country. That is in the news that are making headlines in the country, after which we're going to be going through the dailies and all that's making rounds in the globe. And to start off the bulletin, we started off with opposition leaders as they were tear-gassed during Nairobi rallies. Now, a day after an attack on a political rally in Kitengela, the police were at it again, this time lobbing tear gas and disrupting a rally organized by the United Opposition in Nairobi Central Business District. The incident happened moments after the opposition leaders led by the Democracy for the Citizens Party leader Rigathi Gachagua and Wiper Patriotic Front Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka arrived at Nyamakima for a political meeting. And as these reports come your way, the political leaders have vowed to stage a mega protest on Friday to protest the failure by the Inspector General to arrest officers involved in disrupting political rallies. Here are the full details to the story.
Wanaumiza akina mama, kwa nini wanaumiza watoto?
The right to assemble is an important constitutional right.
Amen.
Mpaka mkuu wa polisi ataamua ni lini atakutana na viongozi ambao ni viongozi ambao wako wanaheshimika na Kenya nzima. Sisi tunazungumza kwa niaba ya Wakenya wote.
And when we come, we expect none other than IG Kanja himself to be here.
Effectively, the National Police Service is no longer independent. The CS is supposed to interact with the police on policy matters only, not on operations.
Saa mbili ndio huyu Inspector General atujibu kwa nini polisi wanavamia kanisa zetu.
Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua ako na haki yake ya kikatiba kuongea na watu wa Kenya.
Utaajibika kwa Wakenya kwa madhambi mliofanya kule Othaya, kudhulumu wanawake na watoto kanisani.
Toa candidate moja wa kupambana na Kasongo. Wangapi wanasema tutoe mtu mmoja akungana na Kasongo, mtu mmoja.
Na kwa hivyo wangapi wanasema tuungane na ODM ya Raila, sisi zote tupeleke mtu jamaa mapema. Wangapi wako tayari? Wangapi wanasema tuungane na kina Sifuna na kina Babu Owino na kila mtu?
Now to police blamed for death of Vincent Ayomo in Kitengela rally chaos. Now, a day after chaotic scenes were witnessed at a rally in Kitengela, it has emerged that one person was shot dead during the fracas. The family of Vincent Ayomo identified the body of the 28-year-old at Nairobi City mortuary and is now demanding justice for a man who was allegedly on his way from work. Here are the full details to the story.
Babana polisi, hakuna polisi anakuja kuchukua mwili. Ndio tukaambiana kama vijana, mwili ichukuliwe ipeleke kwa barabara. Tukaipeleka kwa barabara, polisi wanatupita na kuruza bila kuchukua mwili. Mwili ikachukuliwa kutoka hapo ikapelekwa Rubis hapo karibu na Bizaini. Hakuna mwili walichukua. Mwili tena kuweka kwa barabara ikakuja ikapitwa na gari juu. Ile uchungu yenye tumepata hiyo usiku hatuwezi elezea.
Kapigiwa simu na rafiki ya bwanangu, akaniambia bwanangu amepigwa risasi akivuka barabara kutoka kazi. Akikumuuliza akaniambia jamuona, ndiye anaenda kumuona. Kufika leo ikabidi tumtafute kwa mochari iko karibu Kitengela, hatukumpata. Ikabidi tukuje mochari tukaconfirm tukampata. Tumpata amepigwa risasi kwa jicho imetokea nyuma.
Akauliza kama wanaweza tubebea mwili wapeleke tu basi kumzike juu ashakufa. Tulijibiwa kwamba tuongoje vijana watulie ndio watabeba.
We are asking the Inspector General of Police, we are tired of your statements that every time a young man is killed, you keep on claiming that we await postmortems. and after postmortems, we'll arrest. We have been playing our part, including facilitating postmortems, counseling services, and all those kind of support. How comes IPOA is not dispensing justice? How comes there are many police officers that have killed young Kenyans and they are still walking scot-free, still using the same guns that they have used to kill Kenyans?
More political rallies now to the aviation sector as flights disruptions at JKIA happened amid workers' strikes, and the Kenya Airports Authority has announced delays affecting departing flights at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi due to the ongoing strike by the Kenya Aviation Workers Union. KAU. The disruptions stem from a labor dispute between KAU and the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority. KAU announced that its members would down their tools on Monday following a 7-day strike notice issued to KCAA. Major airlines, including Kenya's national carrier Kenya Airways, have informed passengers of flight disruptions at JKIA as of Monday, February 16, 2026. And in a statement on Monday, the carrier noted that the industrial action has affected some departures and arrivals, advising passengers to expect schedule adjustments and delays. Likewise, passengers have been advised to check their flight status before traveling to the airport, monitor official Kenya Airways communication channels for updates or explore rebooking options. Jumbo Jet Airline has also informed passengers of delayed flights following the industrial action. Here are the full details to the story.
Are still the initial stages of our strike action, because in the coming hours we will be asking Kenya Airports Authority employees to join the strike. Immediately withdrawing all employees on duty now, all KA employees, we are asking them to leave and to go home. We are equally asking employees who are expected to report duty in the evening from KQ, from KAA, from Swissport, and all other ground handling companies not to report to duty. Immediately withdrawing all employees on duty now, all KA employees, we are asking them to leave and to go home. We are equally asking employees who are expected to report duty in the evening from KQ, from KAA, from Swissport, and all other ground handling companies not to report to duty.
Now, these are stories that are making headlines in the dailies, and we started off with the Daily Nation and the headlining story, in bed with goons. And Khadija Riyami will raise her baby without the father. Vincent Ayomo, who was shot dead on Sunday when police violently broke up an ODM rally in Kitengela. A death of the mechanic adds to raising casualties of the lethal force displayed against the government. Critics, Police Chief Douglas Kanja yesterday skipped a meeting with opposition leaders who allege an unholy alliance between the hooligans and state agents. That is a story that you'll find on pages 4 and 5 of the Daily Nation this morning. Among other stories, options for Sifuna as he battled a bid to oust him as ODM Secretary General. Edwin Sifuna has steered the political scene with his resistance to the party backing President Ruto's re-election. But how he navigates the swirling political storm could make or break his career. That is a story that you'll find on page 8 of the Daily Nation. Also, families turn to wild fruits as famine bites. That is on page 13. As well as in health, a high price of beauty. Do you know health impacts of hair products you use? Researchers find carcinogens, banned substances, and toxic metals in relaxers. That is on page 2 of the Daily Nation this morning. Also, unity of faiths as Ramadan Lent start on the same day. That is on page 3 of the Daily Nation this morning. From the Nation now to the Standard, snobbish Kanja, a political storm erupted at Jogoo House after opposition leaders accused Inspector General Douglas Kanja of dodging a crucial security meeting, even as outrage mounted over the fatal shooting of a 28-year-old man during a rally in Kitengela. Now, the leaders vowed weekly visits to police headquarters demanding arrests over the Odhaya church attack and accountability for what they termed rising police excesses. That is a story that you'll find on pages 4 and 5 of the Daily Standard this morning. And pictured is the police boss, Douglas Kanja, as well as Kalonzo Musyoka, who says the spokesperson told us that they will send another invite. It is shocking that the IG and his team were not available for such an important meeting concerning the safety of Kenyans. That is Kalonzo Musyoka, the Wiper leader. As well as Rigathi Gachagua is quoted as saying, it cannot be that police who are charged with maintaining law and order are the ones breaking the law. Guns bought using taxpayers' money cannot be turned against unarmed Kenyans. That is Rigathi Gachagua, the DCP leader. Now, we believe these are orders from above. When we return here, we expect to have a full report and remedial measures to address the concerns. We expect none other than IG Kanja. That is Eugene Wamalwa, the DAP leader. Those are stories that are making headlines in the daily. This is your sport, and we started off with some matches that were played across different leagues yesterday night as Girona stand Barcelona to beat it 2-1 in the La Liga match as Lamine Yamal missed a penalty and they lost to Girona. And in Serie A, Cagliari lost 2-0 to Less, and in the FA Cup, Mansfield FC lost 1-0 against Brentford. And most disheartening is that Mansfield scored the goal. It was an own goal. Now tonight, Champions League football is back, and we're going to be seeing Galatasaray play against Juventus, as AC Monaco are going to be playing against Paris Saint-Germain. Benfica are going to be in Portugal playing against Real Madrid, as Borussia Dortmund are going to be playing against Atalanta. Remember, this is the Champions League knockout stages. And sticking with the champions, sticking with the football, these are the next FA Cup matches, and our League One side Mansfield Town will host 14-time winners Arsenal in the FA Cup 5th round. Now the Stagers defeated Premier League strugglers Burnley 2-1 on Saturday afternoon, producing a remarkable second half comeback at Turf Moor. Elsewhere, Manchester City will visit Newcastle in one of the 2 old Premier League ties in a repeat of one of this season's League Cup semi-finals. And Sunderland face a second successive away trip in the competition as they were drawn against Port Vale or Bristol City. That 4th round tie was postponed until Tuesday 3rd March because of a waterlogged pitch. Now, meanwhile, Championship promotion chasers Wrexham welcome 8-time winners Chelsea. Now, the matches will be played across the weekend of 7th and 8th of March. And the FA Cup round draw in full. Fulham will be playing against Southampton. Port Vale will be playing against Bristol City or Sunderland. Newcastle will be playing against Manchester City, as Leeds United will be playing against Norwich City. Mansfield Town will be playing against Arsenal. Wolves will be playing against Liverpool. Wrexham will be playing against Chelsea. And West Ham will be playing against Brentford United. As that is your sport, now we're going to go through through your weather, and we started off in Nairobi. We started off in Mombasa, where it's going to be with the highs of 28 degrees, and it is going to have a moderate of 3 in terms of the UV sun and protection, the UV rays and all of that. And in Kisumu, it is going to have highs of 22, and it is going to be mostly cloudy. And in Mombasa, it is going to have highs of 28 degrees and highs of 32 degrees and lows of 25 degrees. And it is going to be mostly cloudy. This is the same weather in Nairobi, and that sums up your weather this morning. Away from the weather now to your morning quote. Believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. Norman Vincent Peale is the author of this quote. One last time. Believe in yourself. Have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. And on that note, I want to wish you a happy morning and a happy Tuesday. With your host, Alan Habert, sign language interpreter is Minnie Mbeza. Good morning.